Does anyone have a question?
Hi, Stuart. This is Brad.
Yes, Fred.
Can you share a powerful way or some way to hold the craziness that's going on with the election?
Uh, listen, Brad, yes, look, to me, the only alternative to deal with that kind of insanity and the kind of people that are running in that election and everybody that surrounds them and buys into this whole circus, the only way to deal with it is you've got to build a system inside yourself that is strong enough to be able to interact with it, but it doesn't take your life away. And by interact with it, I mean, oh, you go vote, you know, and not get swept away in all the drama. And there's so much drama. People, that every time they open their mouths, they tell me why they shouldn't be president. I mean, it's really true, and I'm not going to get swept away in all of that. I have to be stronger than it. And the only place I can get that internal strength to deal with the kind of world those people create is inside myself, my connection with God, spirit, the development of a strong chakra system, building an inner life that doesn't allow that madness to even affect you. And to get over these ideas in your brain that you're going to fix this kind of thing. It's not going to get fixed. It's been this way as long as I can remember. Every time around election time, they promise you the world and they get elected and they give you nothing. I mean, it's like president after president. And everybody is cursing each other out and this and that, and they're no good and they're no good, and I'm going to destroy the country, and but whatever, it's life goes on, it really goes on. And I think it's our responsibility to learn from that Maya, that illusion that that world lives in, how to get stronger, that we need to get stronger in ourselves so that it doesn't sweep us away. I mean, look, in my lifetime, America has gone from fighting a war for democracy to possibly becoming a fascist country. And you see the illusion of all this stuff. It's all an illusion. People, it's like the mad, and King Lear's mad and he's leading Edinburgh through a torrential rainstorm at the edge of the White Cliffs of Dover. That's what it's like. It's the mad leading the blind through a rainstorm called Maya, right at the edge of a cliff. And if you want to get sucked into that, you very easily can, it's so much drama. And people live with some belief that they're going to fix what goes on, and it never gets fixed. It actually gets worse. It really gets worse. You can fix yourself.
Mhm.
You can build a system inside that is strong enough to be able to live in a world where all of that insanity goes on and it doesn't suck your life on it. I don't know how else to answer that, Brad. It's too crazy. I read about it in the media. I'm not terribly involved in it. And it's just, it's beyond, it's really like it's like a domestic sanitarium. And I'm never going to allow that to interfere with what is much more profound and what really gives me my life, and that's a connection with spirit. To do that, I have to keep working on myself and I have to keep building. And the only way that Maya is going to change is if people work on themselves. Everybody's working on fixing to their idea what the world should be. Nobody works on themselves. And that's the only way that thing is going to get fixed. And look, you got 8 billion people in this world. Imagine getting 8 billion people doing some kind of spiritual practice, deep spiritual practice. It's going to take a lot of incarnations in the world to finally find a little peace. So
Thank you.
that's my suggestion, Brad. I don't know. Honestly, I personally have no idea how to fix that world you're talking about. I know how to fix me, and it enables me to at least enjoy the insanity instead of getting up in it, you know, and getting my life sucked away by all this madness that goes on. So, that's the only answer I can give you. I don't work on yourself, go deeper, build a chakra system. Let that remind you, that it's all an illusion.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question? I remember I was in Rudy's gallery once, standing and talking to a bunch of people. And it was at the time of some some presidential election. And people were, bah, 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 bah. And Rudy walked up and he heard the conversation. And he said, "Who's president of this country? Who's president of this country?" He was just saying, "Hey, look, it's all it's all transient. It comes, it goes. I once wrote in a book that all that drama is like a fart in a hurricane. Ultimately, it stinks for a few minutes and then it gets blown away." What's permanent is a connection with spirit. That is permanent.
Mm.
And if people would just fix themselves, the world would get fixed. There'd be peace in the world. If everybody would open their hearts. People that are happy don't fight wars. You know, people that have love inside them, real love, not this thing, I love you, I love, is just bullshit, but real love inside them. They don't fight wars. We listen to each other. They learn from each other. They grow because of each other. And it's like what Voltaire said. I disagree with what you say, but I give my life for your right to say it. I thought one of the most extraordinary things I ever heard. We're all this. I disagree with what you say, and I'll take your life because you did say it. It's a whole different kind of world we live in the world that Voltaire so intelligently, with wisdom, spoke of. Does anyone else have a question? So vote whoever you want to vote for, but do it with love and do it with detachment. And if they win, let a smile go on your face. If they lose, let a smile go on your face. Life will go on. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, that's fair enough. Never know what I'm going to talk about here. It's really interesting. I didn't expect to talk about politics, spiritual politics, how to transcend madness of the world. Okay, God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for reminding me that I have to be a servant of God and being there, demanding it of me. And I think it's extraordinary that we could all get together and do this. It's something really very precious.
Stuart, sorry. Could you talk about spirit, please?
About who?
Spirit.
Who's asking the question? I can't.
Martha.
Marcia. Oh, there you are. Okay. About spirit.
Yeah.
What questions today? Spirit. I mean, look, look, it's the source of everything. The soul is connected to infinite energy in the universe, Shakti, spirit, whatever you want to call it, God. That energy and everything in the universe is a manifestation of that energy. And in order for us to live and be happy and have, wonderful lives, we've got to be connected to that energy. And you get connected to that energy by doing deep inner work, whether it's what I teach or somebody else teaches, something that gives you the strength to keep your heart chakra open. Under any circumstance, you can keep your heart chakra open. And that gratitude, that love, it expands because you're making room inside yourself for higher energy or spirit. I mean, it's, to come inside you and to nurture you and to build you as a human being. I mean, I say it all the time, a car needs gasoline to run. A lamp needs electricity to run. This computer needs electricity, needs energy. We need spirit. We need Shakti. Otherwise, we dry up and, we just dry up inside without building an inner life, having a receptacle inside that can receive this energy that is infinite in the universe. You call it spirit, call it God, call it what you want to call it. But everything in this world runs on energy. And human beings, the energy they use to run their life is mostly tension, created in the mind, the emotions, sexual tension. And that tension drives people crazy. So we have to learn to transform that tension into a chakra system that's open, that can receive higher energy. That energy gives us the strength to keep our hearts open. It's very practical, I mean, spiritual life is a very practical thing. If you don't do it, don't complain about it. You know, that life is miserable, you're unhappy, you're tense, you're this, you're that. The only reason you're that way is you don't do deep inner work. People don't do deep inner work. And if you do deep inner work, over time, the whole inner world transforms itself into the highest levels of what it means to be human. Happiness, love, joy, kindness, compassion, and great inner strength. And it comes and it transforms people, changes them. Certainly it's changed me, for God's sake, what I was like when I was younger. Does anyone else have a question?
Beautiful, thank you.
Huh?
Beautiful, thank you.
Thank you. Well, look, Marcy, you are getting beautiful. Your whole life has changed. You came to the retreat. I never saw you look so good. I never saw you look so beautiful. I never saw you so deeply, focused inside yourself. It was incredible, So please just keep doing it. Keep connecting with spirit. It's creating wonders for you. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions, we'll have meditation on Wednesday. Thank you. God bless you all. And just, don't get caught up in stuff. Just look at it with tongue in cheek. Just have a good sense of humor about it all, because otherwise it'll just murder you. Have a sense of humor about all this sanity that goes on. And frankly, it's all just bullshit. A month after the elections, it goes back to life goes back to going to work and the family and the kids and the parents and it goes back to what it was, and the drama's over with. Okay, thank you and God bless. See everybody on Wednesday. Have a wonderful couple of days.
Thank you, Stuart. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you.